Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Shadowrun Returns. Shadowrun Returns is a sci-fi RPG, mixes some fantasy elements, like you have magic, dwarves, elves, trolls, with a more sci-fi, futuristic, dystopian bent. This was kickstarted successfully, obviously. They raised about $1.8 million. I think they were only looking for about $400,000. It is out today as of this recording, July 25th. It's about $20 by harebrained scheme. So I'm probably about hour and a half in. So I thought I would start recording now. The story so far is that we are looking for the murderer of one of our old pals. One, because we want to avenge his death, and two, because he offered us a lot of money, which might sound weird. How did he offer us money if he died? But it will make more sense if you pick the game up yourself. So along the way, as does happen with RPGs, we're following yet another trail, trying to find a woman named Coyote. And we've got her boyfriend here, Paco, and we just stumbled upon the scene of a grisly murder, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. Go to click on that. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged cleanly out, and you need a string of bite marks along her left arm. Well, isn't that great? So let's talk to this coroner. We've talked to this coroner dwarf before, because as you know, dwarves make great coroners. They have a bonus to coronation. I don't know. Dresden, so what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of a dead man's killer? You get different options that you can respond with. It's kind of the typical one is like the good guy, oh, hey, how you going? Versus the more hardline, yeah, just tell me what you're doing. I don't know how much of a difference it actually makes in how the NPCs respond to you. I did not play the original Shadowrun for what it's worth. I do notice immediately that it's very much like Fallout. So if you're into that type of game, definitely pay attention. Let's see. We'll say coincidence, believe it or not. I take it I've stumbled across another Ripper murder. The Ripper is who we believe to have killed our buddy. Wade, I think his name is. Dresden, yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I gotta hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. What do you know about the victim? Well, not much. Dresden scratches his head absentmindedly, probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden. Worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was leaving work when it happened. So we are going to quickly go through the dialogue. I don't know, you don't want to just hear me read the dialogue this whole time. So let's go ahead and get through here. So far, this has been mostly story and dialogue driven. Less on combat, but I do want to get to some combat so that you can see how it works. Let's talk to this officer. And again, I'm just going to kind of click through. Normally, I would definitely read all this, but again, this is probably relatively standard RPG fare for most of you. And again, I would rather minimize the spoilers for you since this would be a very story-driven game. Also, many times you will see options here that might be grayed out or that are only available to you because of certain attributes. For example, since I'm playing a troll, I have a very high body stat, which basically think of that as constitution from other RPGs that determines how resilient you are to damage. And because I had a high body, I was actually able to intimidate people that I was talking to. You might also have knowledge of certain societal norms that will show up, and hopefully one of those actually does come up so you can see that. But let's go ahead and just talk to him. So he's apparently trying to get money out of me. Alright, we'll give him money and the code. I don't really know what we're doing. Excellent, I'll start an account for you. Useful leads. Now I better get back to work. Probably paying to get leads. So you can tell who you can talk to by the word bubbles. Dresden still has a word bubble though, so let's see if he wants to talk to him. Asking if the agent is friendly. Okay, there's somebody over here. Let's talk to him. And it's standard fare. You click to move. We'll talk to this guy over here. his name is Elf. I don't think that's his actual name. That's his race. Let's see. Again, we're just talking to him. Now, karma is your XP. If you've played Dark Souls, think of karma kind of as your souls, except you can't spend karma. So don't think of it as souls. In fact, I've been saving up karma just so that I can show you how that works. This is pretty much your interface right here. This button here opens up everything that you can access. You have your quest log, you have your character where you can spend karma, your inventory, which I will be complaining about very shortly, and your general PC options. There's not really much here. You can change your resolution, obviously. You can't change a whole lot else, but to be honest, there's not a lot to change. Let's go back and let's spend some karma. Let's go ahead and level up. I got 16 karma. You get karma from finishing missions, doing optional quests, things like that. So if you look through here, most of your abilities, at least so far, are broken up into... you can also click along the top to quickly get down to your abilities, but you can also scroll and see everything that's available. Most of your abilities are tied to your stats. Your stats are body, which again determines how tough you are, how many hit points you have. Quickness, it's used to calculate the chance to hit in range combat and reduces the chance to be hit by enemy physical attacks. And I'm totally doing this out of memory, not reading it. Strength, used to calculate the chance to hit with melee or throwing weapons, also determines how far a grenade can be thrown. Intelligence, used in decking or rigging to calculate the chance to hit with a computer program or drones. Also used to reduce the chance to be hit by enemy programs in the Matrix. I haven't dealt with the Matrix yet, so I don't know how that works exactly. Let's see. Willpower, used to calculate the chance to hit with magical attacks. Also used to reduce the chance to be hit by enemy magical attacks. And charisma, used to calculate the chance to control spirits, increases the chance to hit with conjuring spells, and unlocks etiquette that affects conversations. This is what I was talking about earlier. You learn different etiquettes for different groups like shadowrunners or cops or drug dealers, whatever, and you can use that to increase your options when you're talking to people of those niches. And there are classes in the game, and I'll go over those very quickly in just a bit. We are basically a brawler type. We can either use our fists or melee. I'm going to go with melee weapons. And we got 16 karma. The way this works is you have a scale for each stat. So I have a 2 quickness right now, a 5 body, etc. Now, if I want to bring my body from 5 to 6, it takes 6 karma. And then once I get the 6, if I want to bring it to 7, it takes 7. If I want to bring my quickness from 2 to 3, it would take 3. So that should be pretty easy, should make sense. Now I want to raise my melee weapons right now because I've been pretty good at taking hits, but I'm not doing a lot of damage. So let's look here. We have close combat, which is what I want to go with. Main component used to calculate the chance to hit with a melee weapon in unarmed combat. Increasing this skill unlocks special abilities. So as you can see, there's diamonds at certain skill levels which will unlock certain abilities. So for example, at 3 close combat, I will gain an additional weapon slot, which ties into the inventory, which again I will complain about here very shortly. But in a nutshell, you normally have 1 weapon slot, like your gun, sword, whatever, and then as you increase certain attributes, you can have more slots. So right now I have 2 slots open. I have a machete in 1 slot and a bat in the other slot. Doesn't mean I'm dual wielding, that just means I can quickly switch between those weapons in combat. And I don't think there is an action point cost, and we'll go over action points once we get into combat. So this would actually unlock an additional slot. Let's go ahead and focus on melee weapons. I don't really care too much about unarmed. So let's go ahead and put this up to 2, with critical damage percentage is visible. If I can figure out how to do it. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me increase my melee weapons. I bet my close combat has to be higher. So let's put 1 in close combat, which will take 3 karma. Yes, so whatever either melee or unarmed has to be at least equal to your close combat, which makes sense. So we'll bring our melee weapons up to 3, which actually gives us pummel strike. It only damages an enemy's action points. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put another one into close combat, which unlocks Overwatch. Overwatch, in a nutshell, means that you don't do anything for that turn, but if anyone within range of you tries to move, you automatically get to attack. If you've played XCOM, you should definitely be familiar with that. Let's see, we only have 6 karma left. Let's go ahead and bring our strength up to increase our chance to hit. We only got 1 karma left, so that should be fine. So let's go ahead and confirm. Now, let's talk about the inventory. There really isn't much of an inventory to speak of. What I mean by that is, besides these one-off items like grenades and health potions, you can't really carry anything that's not quest related. For example, this armor is actually armor that I bought, and I had a problem with this because what happened was I bought a new set of armor. I had like the basic armor that you start the game with. I bought this armor and I misclicked, because normally after you buy something you can immediately put that armor on. It gives you that option, but apparently I misclicked and I closed the window. There was no way for me to change my armor then. There was no way for me to just, because I thought, oh, well, every other RPG ever made, I just go into the inventory, find the armor that I bought, put it on, and then I'm good to go. That was not the case. I had it, the armor existed, because if I went to another vendor, I could sell that armor to them, but I couldn't put the armor on from my inventory. Does that make sense? The most, honestly, pretty ass-backwards system I've ever seen. And supposedly there's a stash, and you have to go to your stash to access stuff that you've bought that you're not currently wearing, that's not, again, in this item list below, which to me seems asinine. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense later on, but I will say that is a major annoyance so far, because as you can see, it caused a problem when I misclicked and didn't put the armor on. I ended up having to, well, I was going to buy it anyway, but I bought a machete as well. And after I purchased, it then gave me the option to put on the armor that I had previously bought. So that's, gotta say, very, very annoying feature of the game. So I definitely want to get onto some combat. So let's look at where our quests are. The check marks are quests that we've already finished, which I kind of wish you could hide. Well, I think those actually, yes, those do hide after a while. So we need to look for Coyote in the royal apartments. So let's find where we can go, or find these royal apartments. A lot of times you also want to look around because you can get side quests, and NPCs do kind of say things as you walk by in general. Nope, yeah, looks like this is where we want to go. There's the Stuffer Shack. I really like the ambient sounds. I like the graphics of the game. I think it looks really good. Pretty pleased with that so far. Here's a junkie. Junkie, hey guy, you have any extra nuyen or whatever it is the money. Just need some screw zoom from the shack over there. Kids in their weird language. I don't know. I wish it would show you how much money you have at this point, because it's like, well, I don't know if I want to give him any money. We'll go ahead and give him money just to see what happens, because usually in these games, if you give people money, they give you something interesting, or at least interesting information. Thanks, chummer. Well, in that case, he gave me nothing but a lighter wallet, or a lighter e-wallet. So let's go to the Royale. Again, hopefully we'll get into some combat here shortly, because I do want you to see how that works. Okay, let's try that again. Paco, come on, guy. Let's find Coyote. Let's just say, okay, I'm ready. I'm assuming that basically means we can't get back out to that area once we go in. I don't know. Each loading screen has a description of the area that you're going into, which is pretty neat. Again, I'm not going to read that right now. You guys can read it when you purchase the game if you're interested. Paco, the Royal Apartments. What a hole. Can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. We're here to take care of business. Let's get to it. If Coyote's here, we have to hurry. Well, yes, we do. Well, this place looks very nice. It's... Psst, hey, you. Hey, Tweaker. How are you? The woman scratches herself like a cat on a couch leg. Asking me to spare some new, and man, everybody's got a story. Basically told her to get clean. Telling her she's too forgone to help, which is probably not a very nice thing to say, but probably also true. More of them. Sad old man. Wow, what a weird thing to find a tweaker and a sad old man in a lovely place like this. Easy Gramps, I'm just looking for information. Bad day to come around here. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Stevie's men are twitchy. Plan on doing anything about it. Again, normally I would obviously be reading this, and if you're not into reading a lot of quest text, this is probably not going to be the game for you. Went sideways on her. Strength 4. See, here's what I mean. Yeah, he's saying you've been right, friendly, but I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. Now, the default option here is you've already stuck your neck out to help us. We'll find another way. If I had charisma of 4, I could say, look, we're here to save her. Do you really want the girl's fate on your conscience? But it's grayed out because I do not have a charisma of 4. I'm a strength-based character. But because I do have a strength over 4, I can say, I bet your creaky old bones will snap really easily, which is, of course, an incredibly nice way to get information. Hold on now, that ain't necessary. I can get you into the stairwell, but you better not tell anyone it was me. I'm going to tell, hey, everybody, this sad old man let us inside. What's over here? Anything that you can interact with automatically has an icon above it, so you don't have to highlight over everything. Wall is crumbling here. Through a hole, you can see a rickety stairwell leading up, but it seems it can only be accessed through the locked apartment next door. So did he let me in? Or did he open the door? Because he didn't move. Anything about the dealer? So maybe this is it? Yeah. I think maybe this door was locked before. Once we go upstairs, I'm not leaving until I find Coyote or I'm dead. You get it? I get it. Let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Another big issue I have, which might or might not come up, is you cannot manually save. This is a huge problem. Last night, I had played a bit. We gained more karma, which is good. Huffing and puffing, you reach the top of the stairs. Looks like Stevie J doesn't use them much, if at all. Okay, just some spice text. All right, so we are in combat already. Obviously, something's going down. Now, you have action points based, I believe, on your quickness, or maybe it's, I don't know if quicken or if you're, actually, let's check something. Before we do this, there is a help section. The game doesn't really have a tutorial. It's old school in that they're like, look, here's your instruction manual of sorts. Read it yourself and figure it out, which I'm very mixed on. For the most part, I don't like it. I think this is 2013. Remake or not, it should at least give you basics of how the game works. But at least they do put this in the game, and it's short and sweet, so it's not, doesn't take very long to read through. Let's see. Doesn't really say the stats, what the stats do, so we'll just skip that for now. But yeah, I believe quickness increases your action points, or maybe you have a base amount. Now you can see here, you've got this white outline, and it shows you, how far I can move, and it shows 1. That's how many actions it will take up if I move to any section here. So let's say that I wanted to attack Paco. Let's pretend Paco is an enemy. Since I wouldn't have to move because I'm a melee character, I can hit him twice because you get 2 actions per round. And there's probably ways to increase that. And you can see at the top right here how many actions that person has. But you have 2 actions per round. But if I move anywhere, I use 1 action to do that. So if I had to move to get here, I could then only attack him 1 time. Now I can move further, as you can see here, but you can see that by the 2, it says, okay, it's going to take 2 action points for you to move there. You can also see that as I'm moving over certain areas, you see a shield. Sometimes like half a shield. There's a full shield there. There's 3 types of shield. There's an empty shield, which means it gives you very light cover, a half shield, which means it gives you medium cover, and a full shield, which means it gives you high cover. They can still hit you, but it's much harder. But you'll also notice that the shields are only on one side, or, well, it depends on where you're at. Like here, there's two sides that give me high cover from like the southeast and the southwest sides. So if anybody was standing here with a gun, obviously they would not suffer from this cover disadvantage. But anyone from in this area would make it, would be very hard up to hit me. So because I'm a melee, we're just going to have to run for it. So there's no cover here, unfortunately, so I'm just going to run all the way with my baseball bat. I actually need to switch weapons with him. I'll do that next. Can I? I don't know if switching weapons takes an action point. Guess we'll find out. So he's actually not full up on ammo for some reason. I'm trying to right-click. Normally you can reload, but all right. So anyway, let's go ahead, and we're also going to move him up to here. Nice music, by the way. Okay. Oh, there's somebody. Yep. It shows me a 94% chance to hit, but of course I'm melee, so I can't do that from here. Let's use this to switch to our machete. And if you look here, you can see various stats. My machete has 10 damage. The bat has 8. My fists have 6. But I do have an ability which will allow me to do more damage with my fists. But let's stick with the sword, or the machete, rather, not the sword. I'm trying to think, do I want to run up? What I'm going to do, because if I ran up to here, I would be in range. We'll see. I don't think I can hit him. Maybe I can. Let's try it. Ouch. So it looks like you can attack, even though it was a 2. It costs 2 points, so I'm not 100% sure how that works in that case. So we're going to move Paco here. Is that his name? To here, since he's got cover, and this guy's probably got a gun. Unfortunately, the line of sight is blocked. So we're going to move him again. Move him here. Oh, nope, that counted as 2 moves, unfortunately. So this guy is bolting. Let's go ahead and switch to him, since he's got a range. Can you shoot him now? The line of sight blocked. Let's move him here. This way, we know he can shoot him from here. Also, your distance from the enemy affects your damage. So if you're closer to an enemy, even with range, you'll do more damage. So if I hover over him, it shows over his head, I have a 99% chance to hit. We also have a 17% crit chance, and we see that he is wounded. I don't know what wounded 10 means, but we also see he's got half health. You can see his health bar over him. Now let's go ahead and click here. This is our various abilities that we can use with the gun. We can do burst fire, which is 2 attacks in 1 action. It's low accuracy, low crit, and uses 6 bullets. There's also spray and pray, which is 2 attacks with less chance for critical, may hit adjacent characters, uses 8 bullets. Since it's 1 character, we're just going to use the regular attack here. Let's go ahead and shoot him. Oh, and he is dead. So we are going to move our main character up. Again, we want to, well, yeah, we're getting behind the wall, because even though we're not getting any cover, they won't be able to shoot me, and I will be more in position. That's a big machete. Holy crap. So he looks like I'll just be able to hit him. So yeah, let's go ahead and run up and smack this guy. And let's see what our attacks here are. We can do Pommel Strike. Does an additional -1 AP. Ignores the weapon's HP damage. 10%, minus 10% chance to hit. And Slash, a basic melee weapon attack, adds +1 HP to the weapon's damage. Now we kind of want to attack. Let's try that. Let's try attacking his hit AP. Basically, AP again is action points, so that means he'll be able to do less. We have an 82% chance to hit. Pretty good. And of course, there was guys in here that we couldn't see. Oop. And we did a crit, -3 AP, which is pretty nice. The idea being, I don't want him to be able to get away from me. So it's easier for me to, you know, shoot him in the face. Or stab him in the face with my giant machete sword. So Paco is going to move over here because it gives me cover from these guys, but I have a clear shot on him. I don't know where this guy's going. See, he couldn't run as far because I hit his hit points. There are mages in this game. There is magic, which I like the combination of magic and sci-fi dystopian future. I think it's an interesting combination. A raspy, manic voice booms over the penthouse PA system. Stevie J, you really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? Do you know who I am? I know who you are. You're the guy I'm gonna kill. Well, that was a very simple, short conversation. We're both good on hit points, so I don't need to heal. I can also go into Overwatch. Let's try that. Again, this is not necessarily efficient, but I want to do it to show you how it works. Okay, oh, okay, I can go on Overwatch, and you can aim where your Overwatch is, or you can do a little jig, get down with the music. Okay, anyway, I can't get all three, so we're going to put both of these guys on my Overwatch watch. And since he's got those dudes on Overwatch, yeah, you do have to be careful with friendly fire. I kind of want to do spray and pray, but I might hit my own guy. Let's see what happens when we select it. Let's try it. Fortune favors the brave. Okay, so it only hit that one guy. Let's go ahead and switch back to regular bullets and shoot him. As I said, 7. Oh my god, not DMG for a second. Oh, Overwatch. Okay, so it looks like Overwatch works even if they just attack. But I can only attack one time during that Overwatch. I don't know why he's sleeping, but you can see at the top right the enemy's turn. There's 4 enemies, and it's going cycling through their turn. So I'm pretty low on hit points now, which is not good. We've got our spell book here. If you can cast spells, I can buff my hands, which I'm not going to really do since I'm using a melee weapon. We are going to use a basic med kit. I assume we probably have to click ourselves now. Yes. So you could heal someone else if you needed to. That should be fine. I'm not going to bother with Overwatch. This guy is still asleep, but I'm going to hit him. Let's go ahead and just do regular damage now. We're going to switch back to Slash and attack him. Ouch. 1.5 crit. 15 damage. Now, I did use 2 abilities, or 2 actions, right? I healed and then I attacked. So let's see if we can't finish this dude off. Which he's sleeping, so I don't really see the point, but might as well. Now you also see here my gun is red. That means I'm about to need to reload, but I want to see if I can at least finish this guy off. Nope, not enough ammo. So right click, or left click rather, reload for 1 action. I want to say yes. I want to groove out a little bit, and now shoot this guy. Now I don't know why it says weak sometimes. Maybe that's a defensive thing, or certain weapons being worse against certain types of enemies, but alright, so this healer probably needs to die. I'm about over her shit right about now. So I'm gonna have big guy here keep stabbing since he's right here anyway. This game needs bloody mess. I want to see their arms fly off when he stabs them. Stevie J, but no, I can't. And with a bloody gurgle, Stevie J is no more. Oh, that was Stevie J. I didn't realize that. This looks like they're still going to stay and fight, which, you know, I respect them, but they still have to die. Go ahead and stab him. Well, slash, more like. All right, now I want him to finish off this caster because I'm about over her healing. Ouch. Nice. And we're going to shoot this guy. Well, yeah, let's take them out. Ooh, he somehow missed at point-blank range. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. We got 99% chance, 13% chance to crit. 5 damage, not great. So again, since we didn't move, we get 2 attacks. Ooh, 20 damage. Damn, nice. Like I said, minus 1 AP. I think he's minus a million infinity AP since he's dead. Nice. Got a crit and a weak shot. Weak, I'm assuming weak probably factors in based on their armor. So if they have high armor and your chance to hit was not high enough, you only do a little bit of damage. So, oh, not enough ammo again. Man, this guy is a terrible shot. I mean, he's right there. All right, let's move over here and attack. Stab him in the back. I don't know if positional matters at all. Like if me attacking him from the back, maybe that gives him less armor. I don't know. I would hope so, but maybe not. And shoot him in the back. We are brave like that. So you can also end your turn, which I'm actually going to do here. Nope. Looks like there might be more enemies around. Let's run over here, check out the TV, see what's on. Okay. Let's go hide behind this pillar. Okay. Still no sign of enemies. I would say run right here, but might be able to get shot from the enemy inside there. Not quite as strategic as XCOM, but kind of in XCOM mode because it plays that way. We'll go ahead and end our turn. Have him run right here for this turn. See if there's anybody I can see. No? Nope. Alright, well, you go in here or go over here this time. Nope. There might not be any actual enemies left, I don't know. There's nothing I can open here, so. I would think, oh, wait, there's something right here. I just noticed that. Let's go ahead and move him. Even though it's probably me, Paco would pick. Oh, I don't think Paco can pick anything up. I think I had to pick it up since I'm the main character. Yeah, so let's go ahead and grab that. The late Stevie J's passcodes. Item picked up. Okay. Where are we going now? I kind of wish it would take us out of this mode so that we could actually, you know, just walk around. I wish it was more like Fallout in that it, like you could walk around in free mode, but then as soon as you got into combat, it would kick you into combat. You know, that was pretty abusable in Fallout, to be fair. Alright, let's go back this way. I think I did see a door. Oh, yeah, there we go. Not that we both need to get back up here, but I think only the main character needs to see what this door does. The room beyond the bar is a stinking jumble of burned flesh and dog flop. Wonderful. An enormous hellhound, its fur streaked with whip marks, growls low. The eyes of a second hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. Now, I bought... If you read a diary and if you talk to some NPCs, you find out that this coyote woman that we were coming here to rescue placed an order for zebra meat, and if you pick the zebra meat up, which we also find out is apparently a loved treat for hellhounds, this will allow us to bypass these things, I'm assuming. So I'm going to shove the zebra meat through the bars. Hellhounds devour the zebra meat in a few massive bites, and they let out a contented growl. So we're going to open the door. Hopefully they don't attack. I don't know if we got karma for that though. Ooh, looks like there's some shit going on the other side here. So let's open this door. Uh-oh. Find Coyote. We got 3 karma. Apparently she's there. We need to attack this person named Alex. So we are going to run up and smack this person. Just being very mean to Coyote. Ouch! And kill her with a 20 damage. Nice. So, at first, I was a little disappointed with melee, but I'm definitely starting to like it more. It is a little tougher since you have to move into position, and you are obviously out in the open, and you're going to get shot. But the damage seems to be pretty damn good. He's doing more damage than he is, especially when he crits. So let's talk to Coyote. Ouch, she's looking so hot. About time you got here, Paco. Who's your friend? Right now, I'm the guy who's saving your ass. I can see that, and I appreciate it. Paco, Coyote, we need to get back to the Union. Miss Kabato has the med lab in the basement. Coyote, no. Coyote speaks through gritted teeth. No, I need to finish the other thing I came here for. I need to find something for Mr. Delia first. A stash of gems. Paco, Delia? I thought you said you'd never do another deal with that man. Oh, Delilah. Wow, that's even more of a girl's name. What? Coyote, look, Paco, I need an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Her voice is strong, but her body's beginning to shake. I'll say, Paco, help her get back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you, then meet you there. Coyote looks as you, though she's about to argue, but says nothing. Come on, Coyote, let's go. Oh, Paco, you're such a good boyfriend. Other than the fact you're in. Alright, so that is our let's try of Shadowrun Returns. So far it's good. My big complaints so far are not being able to save wherever you want, because for example, if I were to quit right now, I think I would have to redo this, because that did happen to me before where I was playing for a while and I was like, well, I changed rooms. It did a loading thing, so I think it saved. But then I had to, when I reloaded it today to play again, I had to replay about 15 minutes worth of the game because it didn't save. So I don't know why in the world they wouldn't let you save, or at the very least make it more obvious when it's saving so that you know how much time you're going to lose because you want to quit the game because you have, you know, things to do. So that's a huge problem, and I also really dislike the inventory system. But I do think this looks very promising with the various classes that you can play as. Oh, I was going to go over that very quickly. Sorry. Just very quickly, we have the mage, who does spell casting, as you can imagine. The rigger uses cyber tech to jack them into the... Let's try it again. Riggers use cyber tech to jack their mind into and control small robot-like vehicles called drones. Riggers use their rigging abilities to provide surveillance, support, and extra firepower when required. A decker uses cyber tech to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their minds into the electronic world, deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. They use programs and expert systems to fight off the protection that megacorporations place in their way. Physical adept, which is what my class is. Adepts are magically active characters who focus their magic internally to develop to their utmost potential, physically, mentally, and spiritually. As adepts unlock new abilities, they become home physical machines, using their magic to enhance their close combat abilities. The shamans believe that their magic comes from a great totem spirit that guides their life path. Bear, cat, coyote, eagle, or raccoon. Shamans' relationship with their totems allowed them to summon spirits and command them to do their bidding. Shamans have the skill to conjure spells that mages do not. And the Street Samurai. The Street Samurai is a freelance operative who follows a code of street honor. They are learned in the ways of the traditional samurai warrior and the practices of modern combat. Samurai sell their skills for profit and work to take out the dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. So that's all the classes. So again, with the various classes and stats and the ways to deal with conversation, it seems like there would be various ways to go through the game. It doesn't seem quite as open as other games where you could, say, go through the whole game and kill very few people, maybe stealth your way through or talk your way through all situations. That doesn't seem to be here, but that's not a terrible thing. It still looks like it would be a very fun RPG to play through once or twice. So definitely check it out. Again, it's $19.99 on Steam, available immediately by Harebrained Schemes. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this video, and if you buy the game, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.